Welcome to today's episode of My Sister Has the Best Sister. On today's episode, it turns out Mom was right. Hi, sister.
Hi, sister. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm hot because I'm not in the cool weather like you are.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's
my
pretty
dogs
hot
aren't
here
barking like
today.
yours are, so
I know. They've been quiet all
I know. We were doing all the setup and
day.
it was super quiet, and now they're like, it's time to misbehave because Mom is getting on board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers to our second episode.
Cheers to episode 2.
There we go.
And cheers to everybody who decided to stick around. I think we have 7 followers now.
Ooh,
So
7.
we're picking up.
Wow.
We're picking up steam.
2 of which are me. That's okay.
Why are there 2 of you on YouTube?
Because the first time I watched it, I was logged into Frank's YouTube, so I followed.
Oh.
And then I went through my Facebook, and it said follow, and I'm like, I thought I already was following, so I followed again. And then I said, Frank, you gotta go follow our blog. And he was like, it says I'm already following. I'm like, oh, that's why I thought I was following. I must have been looking at you. So
there we go. So I want to I picked this one out just for this. Can you see it?
I
know
can,
what it said?
hold on, because I have the other screen up. So what's the clock? I love it. Love it.
What the clock?
Mother clocker.
What the clock?
What the clock?
Mother clocker. I know, because for those of you who don't know us personally, we have severe potty mouth. I mean, like, I've already stopped myself from F-bombing twice.
I don't even try.
And no, but we're only like, what, 3 minutes into the recording? Like, 2 times I've had to stop myself. So you have to stop yourself. I mean, I did put on our YouTube channel that it was not safe for children. So I don't know. Maybe we don't.
Do we have to? I don't have
what
to.
The clock?
I'm not going to edit myself. This is for me and you.
Okay.
If you want to watch and you find us entertaining, good for you. But this is for me and my sister. So.
Okay.
We have potty
well,
mouth.
I don't know who your sister is, but your sister.
I said sister.
Okay. Mahalo.
All right. Okay. Shall we get into it?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. So. Okay. Time for our first segment. This first segment is called "What Would My Sister Do?" You've got questions. We've got opinions. It's time for "What Would My Sister Do?"
What would we do?
So, this week, I'm going to ask the question because it's pertinent to my life. And you're going to answer the question. So the question is... So I'm answering for me, or I'm answering what would you do? No. Well, yeah, I know. I think this time I'd like to know what you would do.
Okay.
Like, I think sometimes you could be like, oh, what would you... Well, I don't know. Let's do both. Why don't you tell me how you think I'm going to handle this situation? Because I'm actually going to be in it soon. Okay. And then you tell me if you would handle it any differently.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the question is, your adult child wants to move back home. What are the rules?
And what would you do?
Yes. What would I do? What are the rules I'm going to give my child who's going to move back home in a couple months?
Rent will be established. Clean up your shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what goes on behind your bedroom door, but as long as it doesn't permanently damage my domicile, just do that. But keep it clean. Everything else, everything outside the door, and keep your door shut because I don't want to see your shit.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And leave my shit alone.
Fair. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what you think I would do. What would you do?
Pretty similar. But laundry needs to be done. You don't leave things in the washer
Oh,
or the dryer.
Yep. Fair.
But dishes need to be done and put away. Like, I don't care if you load them into the dishwasher, but they don't sit on the counter. They don't.
Right.
They absolutely do not sit in the sink filled with
Right.
water and slime.
Yep. Is this what you would do, or what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Still? Okay, what you would do?
Yeah.
Got it.
What I would do? Yeah. I mean, so for me, my child would have their own bathroom. So,
So will mine.
That needs to be kept neat and tidy.
Right.
I have a cleaning lady that, because yes. So I have a cleaning lady that comes every couple of weeks, but actually we're gonna like make it longer, but if there's shit stains in the pot, clean your shit. Like,
right.
I do not want my guests opening that up to shit stains.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. I think so. Definitely the rent is definitely what I mean, you were pretty spot on. I mean, I didn't, because we had this conversation last week. I didn't lay down a whole lot of rules.
Yeah.
Because I haven't lived with this person in 7 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what the rules might need to be. Like, there are things that might be an insult to say, right? Like, hey, common courtesy might be completely the same for both of us at this point. So there is a rent, but what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and go over finances and see what she can afford. I've got an idea in my head, but I don't want to, like, the whole point of this is for this person to get financially stable. And so I'm not going to put her in a situation where she's not financially stable. I'm saying this person just out of respect for her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wants everybody
100%.
to know what's going on. So,
if you know, you know.
Exactly.
If you don't, none of your business.
Yeah, but other than that, that's about it. And then I'm more concerned with the finances because life comes at you and shit happens and you get upside down with finances. It's happened to all of us. I give her all of the credit in the world for recognizing that this is not a good situation and she's just throwing money at bad situations. She's making a huge sacrifice by giving up her pets because I'm allergic to them. And I mean, I can't even imagine how hard that is for her. So, I'm trying to be, make it as easy as I can otherwise. But at the same time, not, whatever. I mean, because of those pets, I'm so allergic. You can't bring her bed. You can't bring any textiles in that she hasn't washed 4 times. Like, those are the rules that I've set already. You can't bring any fabric furniture, so she's either going to have to sell it, give it away, or get a storage unit for it.
Storage.
So,
I wondered about that.
Yeah. So, that's hard enough as it is. So I'm trying to be a little more understanding. Like, I'm like, we'll figure out the rest as we go. And she's got a boyfriend that she spends a lot of time with, so she'll probably not be home a lot. So it might not be an issue, the rest of the stuff. And if it is, we'll deal with it when it comes. But my biggest thing was like, the point of this is for you to get back on your feet financially. I don't want to be a hindrance to that, but I also don't want this to be, your excuse for, like, oh, well, I don't have any, responsibilities now, so I'm going to go on a shopping spree. And not that I think that she would, but, just there's got to be a happy medium, right? I want you to feel comfortable in your life and not feel, because my God, is the economy shit right now for people their age. Like, there's no way. Like, when I was her age, I was on my second house and I had a mortgage that I could totally handle. And, and she makes good living. I mean, she makes good money and she just can't afford because the housing market here is just horrid. And
it's
so
stupid.
I don't want her to feel like there's any shame in this. This is not her
No.
doing. Like she's educated herself. She's got a good stable job. You know, she's doing things, but you know, she's made some bad choices with credit cards, which we've all done. Um, and you know, but she's recognized that, and she's working on. She's got a plan. She's working on paying them off. So you know, she's doing all of the right things. But there's just no way right now that kids
No.
can afford to
No.
live on their own. And
No. It's
I mean, it's just the way of the world, and that sucks because we had it differently.
yeah.
Because we had it differently, we either like you had equity, so you could, you know, buy a house that was worth more, and even with that, you have equity now. I have equity. Like I bought my house 20 years ago, so I can totally afford to live in my house. You know, even with the, you know, the refinancing and things that I've done to my house, you know, but it's just not feasible for kids right now. So I just think that's kind of crap, and I don't know how to fix it, but you know, I think that's my biggest focus with her is like, let's get you on your feet, let's get you out of debt, let's get you to a point where the only bill you have is your rent and and your utilities and whatever, and then maybe you can afford to find a little money.
Yeah.
Without having to get a room. But unfortunately, that means you have to give up your pet. And I hate that. I feel so bad about that.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
I know. I know. You are like, especially you. I mean, like, I love my pets, but I don't love all the dogs. I don't love cats. I'm allergic to them. And I'm very grateful for that because I don't like them. You, on the other hand, like them.
Love
and
them.
are allergic to them.
I would love to be able to smooch cats. Some cats are so freaking cute. I just want to, but I can't. I mean, and her cats are super sweet. Like her cats are so sweet, and they cuddle with her. Like they are like more like dogs than what you would normally think of as cats. And unfortunately, I'm so allergic. I cannot even be in her apartment. So I can't bring any of that stuff into my house. I cannot bring the cat, and she
my
can't bring
child is the
anything.
same.
Yeah. So
and when my child borrows something from my closet, my child washes it and immediately puts it in the car and brings it home, and I tell it thank you so much, but put it in the washing machine, and I will do a load of laundry. Like
it's awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, and I wasn't allergic as a kid, So I just didn't like them.
You know, I was. I mean, like I'm like I touch a cat and I'm breaking out in hives everywhere, and like my skin's on fire, and I have to go shower and get all of the clothes off, and no, it's just awful. So I can't have it in my house. So that's been the hardest part because I know like it's hard enough to be in your late 20s and need to move back in with your parents, but then to have to give up your pets that you some of them had since they were little, and you know, so I just feel bad.
You have to give up so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
to live.
Let's just start with mental, right? You have to give up your pride, and eat a big slice of humble pie.
Oh, such a big slice. I know.
Right?
And she's been so like mature about it. Like very like, yeah, it sucks. It does, you know, but it's the right thing to do. And so I'm trying, at least right now. I mean, we'll see when we get into it if there's a problem. I honestly don't think there's going to be a problem, but if there is, then we'll address it when they come. But
of course,
like I'm not laying down very many rules, basically. I'm just trying to like be understanding and be supportive and recognize it's not so easy for her, and just try to, you know, like I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Cool.
I would say as far as me, very similar to how you're handling it, but for me, the anxiety level with clutter, I have realized I just cannot live with it. So do whatever it like have some clutter in your bedroom. I don't care. But out here, no.
Yeah.
And so that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've got some sections of my house, as you know, that I don't use very often. So if we had to clutter up those parts,
right,
I'd make do. But no, I like the parts that I live in. Absolutely, I agree. I don't like a lot of clutter, but you know, I don't know. I'm not sure how she is now because I haven't lived with her in a long time, but she used to, used to be very much the same. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
yeah.
Cool. Good talk.
Good talk.
All right. So,
okay.
What's the next segment, Sister?
Welcome to this week's Sister session, where we start with the plan and see where the conversation takes us.
As kids, we were convinced Mom had no idea what she was talking about. Turns out she was annoyingly right about a lot of things. So the first one is famous mom sayings. I have a list. I don't know if you have a list, but I have a list. Do I go first or do you go first?
You go first because I don't have a list. Okay. So I'm gonna
My first one, you're gonna love. It's my favorite. I read it in a Harlequin. Right? So for those who don't know, our mother avidly read, voraciously read Harlequin novels our entire childhood. Like, she had hundreds and hundreds
TV
of Harlequin novels. What?
TV on, stack next to her, on the side of the couch.
Yep.
The arm, she put her drink on the armrest, and her face was in the book.
Yep.
While the family was watching TV together.
Yep.
She was reading Harlequin.
She was reading a Harlequin. And then in her bedroom, they had a headboard that was like a bookshelf, and all of her side was full of Harlequins. There was a stack next to her bed of Harlequins. There was there was Harlequins all over her bedroom. She read them all the time. And
she and her sisters would trade them like trading cards.
Right. And she would come up
with
the most ridiculous, like, where the hell, like, we would say something like, oh, I don't know, where does butter come from? And she'd be like, well, and she'd like describe the whole freaking process of how butter gets churned. And you go, how the hell, like, hello, you're not a butter churner. How did you know that? And she'd go, I read it in a Harlequin. Like, she would have the most ridiculous facts in her head that you're like, that is nothing you should have any clue. And butter, actually, she probably would have known about. But like, she probably would have known that one. But like, how do trains accelerate? And she would be like, I read it in a Harlequin.
Yeah, don't play Trivial Pursuit Genus Edition because
right?
She and Aunt Barbara would just like, there'd be game night. Barb and Mike, Mom and Dad. And I just got to read the questions because, like,
right.
I don't know. And
you were older and you didn't have to go.
Like the women folk would kick the men's asses every time. And every time
they're smart guys.
How the hell? Yeah. Oh, so smart. And every time, how the hell did you know that? I read it in a Harlequin. Right? Both of them, Barb and Mom. See, crazy. She traded them like trading. Gotta get them all. Gotta get them all.
Yep. Crazy.
Yep.
So that's my first mom quote.
Yeah.
Haben Sie Geld. Haben Sie Geld.
What the hell is that?
Haben Sie Geld.
I've never
Mom
heard.
Used to say that all the time. It means, do you have money in German? And Mom would say it all the time. She'd like, when she had to pay for something, she'd go to Dad and she'd go, Haben Sie Geld.
Oh, I don't. Well, okay. When I was growing up, when I was growing up, Mom didn't have money and Dad didn't have money. So,
but when
the answer was no.
But Mom never carried cash and Dad always did. So Mom would say "Haben Sie Geld" all the time. Okay, what German phrases? Because there were German phrases in our vernacular all growing up. Like my friend Henny is like,
Of
how do you
course.
even know that? And I'm like, my parents lived in Berlin, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Well,
like
yeah.
I know what that word is.
I know bad words.
I
in
know
German.
you do, but what words?
Because
Well, mom didn't
Scheiße.
say much. I don't know.
Scheiße.
Yeah, but she never said Scheiße. Come on. Like,
No, Dad said Scheiße.
Dad said
I
Scheiße.
said Scheiße.
Right, sure, we all did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right.
What is Bitte, of course.
Bitte,
Danke, bitte.
Same.
Steve.
What's German for yes? Stop? No, that's
what?
That's
German?
That's Russian. German for yes.
For yes.
I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know.
Matter.
I think it is da. I think it's da. I don't know.
Maybe. I thought that was Russian, but
we're probably completely butchering everything and
100%. Although I will say
have just lost 20% of our
right.
Haben Sie go. Okay.
Haben Sie go. That means do you have money?
Haben Sie go.
Haben Sie go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and now I'm completely drawing of like I know she used to say a lot of things.
No, Mach Schnell was the other one that
Mach Schnell. Oh yeah, Mach Schnell.
Yeah, Mach Schnell. Mach Schnell. No, Mach Schnell.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that was the other one that I wrote down.
Mach Schnell.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I thought was really weird, but I say it now all the time, is every once in a while she would look at me, she would go, "Hi, Faith."
Oh, yeah.
And
she didn't do that to me.
And I'd be like, "Why do you call me that?" She's like, "Because I love your face." And I say that all the time. As a matter of fact, to Frank this morning, he got up and he always has to worry when he gets up when I'm here because I might be on conference calls. So he kind of goes out, like peeks his head around the corner and makes sure I'm not on the screen or whatever. And he goes, "Hello?" And I go, "Hi, Faith." And I said, bring your face to me. I love your face. So it's funny because I used to think it was the weirdest fucking thing. Like, why do you keep saying hi, Faith? And now I say it all the time because she was right. I love your face. When I love your face, I say hi, Faith. It's like she did to me.
Did she say that to Scott? Because I don't think she ever said that to me. I think that was just for you.
Really? Yeah. She never said that to you, I think?
No. I remember her saying it to you, though.
Yeah, she said it to me all the time. Well, I'm prettier than you both, so there's that.
Well, yeah. We'll let you believe that.
Just saying. All right, so did you think of any mom things?
Ándale pues.
Ándale pues. Oh, God, yes. Ándale pues. All the time. Yeah, we were a very multilingual household in very specific terms. Very specific terms. Very specific phrases, but we were very multilingual. Yeah.
Ándale pues. Yeah.
Yep.
So I use that one all the time. Como la gente.
Como la gente.
It was more of a dad thing.
I was kind of a dad thing, yeah.
I think
mom said it too.
Yeah. Mom said it too. But como la gente, like how do you do this? Como la gente, like everybody else. Like como la gente.
So I know this is in the dad episode. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have one of those later.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like I've been like,
let's unpack those bags,
right? Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of bags, but I was thinking, well, if we're gonna do a dad episode, I won't say it. Never mind. Because I thought of a few things. Dad. So
there's a teaser. There's a teaser.
A lot more. Yeah, Dad had a lot more. Like Mom, not that Mom didn't communicate with us a lot, but Dad had a lot more repetitive things than Mom did.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Was ist los?
Was ist los? That's one. Yep. What is this? Yep. Was ist los? 100%. Mom said that all the time. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
All you need was just get those brain juices flowing.
I know. Get the brain juices flowing. Yep. Otherwise, take your sister. Was she right? Now, yeah. I'll take you. I'll take you.
Sure. Then,
no. Ditch my sister.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So we move on to the next thing.
Moving Moving on up. Moving on.
So the next
Okay.
section is adult realizations, which is more like things mom warned us about, like things that we like we were like, and then as an adult we're like,
Whatever.
yeah, mom was right about that. I do have a few. I don't know what you, but like, some
I can go right now.
Go right now because I have no.
Yeah, because our whole last segment hinges on it, right?
Okay.
Put money in savings. Put money in savings. Put money in savings. And like every time we got money for birthdays or whatever, give to the church, put it some in the bank, right? We all had our piggy banks, and man, I never did. I never put it in the bank.
I don't remember her even talking to me about that. I mean, Dad was always the one that talked to me about finances.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Maybe they divided and conquered. Like they were like, okay,
they were like,
you take Heather.
Mom was like, I don't understand that girl. You talk to her.
I'm out.
And you know what? That's fair. Mom still doesn't understand me. So, I mean,
I don't think there are many people that do understand you.
Well, that's a very good point. There's like you and Frank, on occasion, my kid, and that's about it. Christiana,
do we just
understands me? Kiki is kind of me in a different body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kiki, you, Frank, occasionally, and my kid. That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Most people are like.
Someday we'll have to have.
I know she's funny.
Someday we'll have to have those people on the show so that they would know who the fuck we're talking about.
100%.
What the clock?
Maybe we just got to get our show ready to go. So I do have a few. If you don't have any more,
go for it.
Okay. So this is one that she'll be like, yeah, when she hears. She used to tell me all the time, "You're gonna wish you learned to sew." And
oh my God, yes.
Definitely wish I learned
to sew.
But also,
I
given the amount of fabric that overtook our lives as children, and how much her sewing area took up the house, I don't, and given how small my house is, I don't regret that part. But and I don't want to say like, I mean, I did allow her to teach me the basics, and I'm very glad because like Frank is like, can you sew this button back on? I'm like, absolutely. And I can sew a button back on like a fucking pro. But I don't, like, you put me in front of a sewing, and you're even better than I am, but you put me in front of a sewing machine, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know. I mean, like, I know how it works, but I don't know how to set it up to make it work. And it's like, I pride myself on how knowledgeable I am about a lot of things in my life. And the fact that my mom can sew like a freaking pro and like make the most beautiful things, and I don't even know how to work a sewing machine, is a source of shame for me. Like, I am ashamed of that.
Yeah. So it's always interesting to me that other people's moms didn't sew. Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like,
you don't have a sewing mom?
Like, what do you mean you need to take this to a seamstress to get a hem put in? Like, give me an iron and an ironing board, and I can knock that shit out in 10 minutes. Like, I don't like to.
Right.
But
I can't even.
But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna pay somebody to do it.
Professional.
Yeah. You could do it. You could whip stitch it with your hands.
Sure, I could hand stitch it, but it's not gonna be as nice. It's not gonna be as nice.
I mean, would I do that for like tuxedo pants?
Right.
Okay. Also, my light.
The thing I can do is like when the stitch is already there from like the machine, I can go over it and not make it look like somebody went over it. But other than that, yeah. So definitely that's one of the things. Another thing that I have so many times been like, and I've told people this. There's two of them, and I'm going to say them both at the same time, and then we can talk about it because they kind of go hand in hand. Number one, the importance of knowing how to walk properly in high heels. And number two, the importance of dressing for your coloring and body type. I did not realize as children, like it was obnoxious to me to walk up and down that freaking hallway by the front door in heels until we did. She was satisfied that we didn't have any wobble and we could go one front foot from the other. And then she would say like, you like that, but it doesn't look good on you. Like she like, and it wasn't. I mean, I don't want to make her sound bad because I never felt. Maybe you did, but I never felt like shamed or whatever. She was like, you have to understand, you have certain coloring, you have a certain body type, and things are going to look a certain way on you, and you always want to flatter yourself. And it never, to me, felt like she was criticizing. It always felt like, these are things you need to know in life. And there are so many people that I encounter in my life that I'm like, didn't have a mom that taught you how to dress for your body type. Didn't have a mom that taught you how to dress with the right color, right? And I haven't, I'm actually going to later this year. I have a friend that is certified in like doing that, like figuring out your colors, like doing like I don't remember what it's called. So I'm sorry, Daniela, I don't know what it's called. But it's going to help me. She's going to do it. And I'm just doing it kind of like see if it's right. But I think that it's probably like not going to blow me away. It might give me new colors that I never thought of before. But I don't think it's going to blow my mind about the colors I already wear because mom was so good about like, that's a good color for you, that's not. And because she instilled that in, I now, when somebody says, oh, you look really great in that shirt, that's a great color on you, then I'm like, oh, put this in my repertoire. Like, this is a color that works good, right? And so, like, I know these things, and I know there's a lot of people out there that, and, not criticize, like, they didn't have people that knew that taught them. Right. And so they're flying blind, and I, like, in that particular realm, I'm at an event, and I.
Yeah. Yes. When I see a woman walking in heels and she looks like she just got off of a horse.
Oh my God. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like,
oh yeah.
And anybody who's like their bra is showing. Like, I don't know why that's become an acceptable thing. Like, the feminist in me is like, go girl, you just wear what's comfortable. But also, it doesn't look good when your underwear is showing. That's underwear. That is, you know what I mean? Like, so I struggle with that because I'm like that outfit, that's great. There are bras that will fit that outfit that you can go get, and then it looks even better.
Right.
And so yeah, it just.
I think it depends on the type of outfit. Like if it's a casual like tank top and your bra strap starts to show, but it's a hot day. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're wearing a nice dress that comes like has a neckline like this, and your bra is there and there. It's a dress.
It takes away from how beautiful the dress looks on you.
Exactly. It really does. Like all my eye sees is that bra peeking out versus how flattering that dress is on your figure. So
yeah. So
we really should have worn our my sister and I are talking about you shirts, but
right, my sister and I talk shit about you shirts. Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
The next section is we owe mom an apology, which I think we just kind of did, like the things that mom was right about. So these are things that in my opinion, mom taught us that I was like, yep, not going to do that. That's a waste of time. Number one, sometimes it's better to just throw it away and get a new one instead of trying to fix it. So I have this vision in my head of mom when we were kids, when we had a cordless phone. And nobody gives a fuck about cordless phones now. It's like the normal thing, but they were very expensive then. And it broke, and mom was like, I'm not getting a new one. I'm going to fix this one. And she took it apart, and then this phone sat apart for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and we didn't have a cordless phone for weeks and weeks and weeks because she couldn't figure out when she got it apart what the hell to do with it. And then, so we were on the corded phone and just like stretching a cord across the house, when we had our teenage phone conversations. And there's this cordless phone just sitting there, and Mom would not, she refused to let that. Dad was like, let me get a new phone. And she's like, no, I'm going to figure out how to fix it. And so, like, sometimes, like, I don't, like, it's okay to try, but, like, know your limits and know, like, when you have to buy a new cord on the phone because your kids have stretched out the other cord because you won't fix the cordless phone or get a new one, it's time to replace. Like, it's time to get a new cord. So that's my first one. My second one, and I'm terrible at this, but it's her fault. Finish a project before you start it.
Finish a project before you what?
Start another one. Mom is terrible.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe not now, but when we were kids, she would start a project and then move on to the next one, and start another project, and there would be like 6 to 10 different started projects all over the house, and sometimes they get finished, sometimes they wouldn't, sometimes they would just get given to Goodwill or get thrown away or whatever. And so that was wrong. That was a wrong lesson. I think that the lesson that would have been better is, like, if you're going to start a project, finish it before you pick another one.
All right.
And I think she's better at that now. But, I think it comes, like, she's got a creative mind and I've got a more analytical mind. And so, like, in the creative mind, she's like, what do you mean it's not finished? Look, it'll be finished. Don't worry about it. Like, it's all gonna be finished. But I've got an analytical mind. In my mind, I'm like, now I just have a bunch of half finished shit in my house that I could have just bought a version of and been done with it. So.
Yeah. And as you're telling this story, I'm literally thinking about my stairs that had been halfway stripped for 6, 7 years.
Yep. I'm a little thinking about that too now.
Yeah. About mine?
Yeah.
Why are you thinking about my stairs?
Every time I go to your house, it bugs me.
Bugs me.
Oh my God, when are they going to finish these freaking stairs?
Oh, well, now that we've gotten everything else around it all nice and new, it really sticks out. I'm like looking at the pictures of progress and I'm like, oh my God. I told Matt last night, oh my God, you know that we are going to have to prioritize these stairs as soon as we get moved back in and settled back in and the kitchen is complete.
Yeah.
Like, because there's stuff that, like, because we're upgrading, the insurance isn't going to pay for, like tile backsplash and stuff like that. So that we're going to have to do, like, so that takes the priority. Like, let's finish the project, right? Let's finish the project.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we'll tackle the fucking stairs. Oh,
yeah.
Stairs.
Yeah, but I get it. Like, okay, so, my house, I remodeled. Total digression, but I remodeled. You're staying there right now.
Yep.
And I love it. I love my house so much. So freaking much. There's 2 things left that need to be done. I said 2. I put 3 up, but that's 2. There's have another glass of wine. There's 2 things that are not done that I'm like, and we're moving to Italy soon, so I'm like, do I spend the money? Do I not? But I think I'm probably going to because it's not that much. It's the upstairs bathroom. Like, I want to remodel the upstairs bathroom. I actually think I maybe want our cousin George to do like a custom built-in cabinet where the closet is, where it's got drawers and cabinet, and it goes to the ceiling. It's like that, like that cabinet has like space above that is not used. And so I want that. And then I want obviously a new tub, like, I want to, I mean, it's not, sounds like a whole lot. Wow. But I don't have a lot of real estate in my house. So it's not a whole lot of work. So that I want done. And And then my stair rails. I hate my stair rails. They look like outdoor apartment complex stair rails, and I want new. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get the ROI on that, um, but at the same time, I've lived in that house for over 20 years and I love that house. And I just think, like, in my head, I have a vision of what that house is. And I feel
You just
like
want to complete
that,
your vision.
well, right. And that house has given me a roof over my head and it's given me so many memories and so much love. And it deserves to be the house it was always meant to be. And those are the two things that are left that would make it that. So, and okay, three things. And custom closets, but that I'm not as, like, if I don't do the closets are fine as they are. I just think that, like, there's such little storage in that house that, a custom closet they would benefit from a custom closet. But that's also a huge, like, that's like a $5,000 investment. But the stair rails is not even like 2 grand. Like I could do that. Not that 2 grand's not a lot, but like in the grand scheme, 2 grand's not that much.
Right.
So I could do that easily. That's probably the first thing I'll do. Get those done. But my other problem is that I have no idea what I'm going to do. But yeah. So, but to your point with the stairs, I would love to get my stairs to a point where I could get them because they're the only carpet in my house and everything else is LVP. And I would really love to get them LVP, but when I remodeled, Scotty, my contractor, was like, it'll cost as much as the rest of your floors because of all the cuts. My stairs have not just a lip over the front, they have a lip around the side.
Yep.
So, like,
ridiculously expensive. I know.
Basically, have to rebuild your stairs. And it would cost as much, if not more, as the whole rest of the house. Like, we're going with something. So we're keeping that. I'm not getting that crazy. Like if I was going to stay there for another 30 years, that might.
Right. I'm not, right. So,
yeah. Okay. So I guess part 5 was Mom was completely wrong. So we skipped part 4, which is Mom's greatest hit.
Yeah.
So Mom's greatest hit. I mean, like, I don't know. Is there anything you can think of, like, that were, like, things that we, that, like, come to mind with, like, I might have skipped this altogether, because
time she embarrassed me constantly.
Really well. Yeah.
Like I feel like I spent most of my childhood not just wanting to be an only child, but wanting to be an orphan child.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
So when I was in 4th grade, I had a really hard time, and I faked it sick a lot because I didn't want to go to school because I was picked on a lot, and because of that I was grounded a lot because I hadn't told Mom and Dad that I was being picked on. So in their defense, they didn't know what was going on, and they just knew that I was faking sick all the time. And so, not to get into too many stories that have nothing to do with Mom, there was one time that I wasn't faking sick, that I was actually sick, and I was grounded at the time because I was allowed to watch TV because I had been faking sick and acting out so much, and so Mom came to pick me up, and she actually took the rest of the day off of work, which was a very rare thing for Mom. Like Mom and Dad could not take time off of work for us. So when we were homesick, we were on our own most of the time. But for whatever reason, Mom took the day off of work. And this was after we got a VCR. So Mom stopped on the way home at the video rental. And she was like, we're going to rent videos. I said, I'm grounded for TV, Mom. We're going to meet. And so we go into the video store, and I don't remember how it went, but he said, we're going to rent this video. And I said, oh, well, I don't really, it was in Cinderella, right? And I was like, I don't really like fairy tales. Like, I've always been like a little like, these girls annoy me in fairy tales. So freaking, oh, I need a man to save me. Right. And even then, I was in fourth freaking grade, and I was like, I don't like these fairy tales because the girls annoy me. They're woo girls, and I'm not a woo girl. And she was like, I'm gonna rent this one because it is my favorite version of Cinderella, and I think you will love it, and I want it to. And it was Rogers and Hammer's Cinderella with I can't think of her name now, Leslie Ann Warren, and it is my favorite version of Cinderella. It is a very different version of Cinderella than any Cinderella I've ever seen. Matter of fact, when it was you came with us when Phoenix Theater Company was doing it, um, I I got tickets for mom. I was like, we're gonna go see it because our it's our Cinderella, and and I love that. And I mean, like I don't know if it was mom's favorite because it reminded her of me, or was mom's favorite because it reminded her of her. I don't know, but it like it's funny. It's funny because you and I have talked about this. It's the most political Cinderella I've ever. Very like there's a political like bourgeois like rage against the bourgeois, and rage against the machine kind of thing. And like there's like this, Cinderella's friend is protesting against the rich and them draining the resources of the town and all that. Like there's that whole thing. It's not so much in the movie version, but like there's that whole thing, and it's just very much like you know she's just a very independent person. It's not like waiting around for a prince to save her. She's a much more independent Cinderella than she is in any other Cinderella version, especially in like the Disney Cinderella version. And so I love it. And I'm not sure if I love it because mom saw that I needed that and that I needed to know like there are fairy tales for girls who are independent, or if mom felt like that was a fairy tale for her. But it's kind of cool because like mom and I think mom and I are way more similar than either one of us knows. Um, I will admit it. I don't know if she will, but I will admit it. But I think that there's a lot of similarities there. Um, and I think that that's kind of like the one tie that binds us. Like this our favorite fairy tale is a fairy tale where the damsel is not in distress, and the music is great too. So there's that. Um, so
So something came to mind, then I promptly lost it.
well, you gotta take notes.
I know. Well, yeah, but in the telling of your story, that
So, do you have anything? Do you have a mom story? Do you remember your mom story?
you know, I mean, um, so yeah, I don't have like a single memory is not coming to me.
Okay. I wish I could like come up with one for you, but we didn't really talk about that kind of
No,
stuff ever.
no,
We kind of just
no.
were like, we got each other. So, what about you? What is a mom memory for you?
So for me, mom did actually teach me how to sew. So I can use a sewing machine. In
How nice.
fact, I
It's
know.
my fault, not yours.
Yeah,
Or not hers.
I have, yeah, no. I have the sewing machine that she, carried to Germany. She carried the sewing machine in
Neat.
one arm and me in the other. Um, and, uh, and it's how she made a lot of a lot of her living expenses in Germany.
That's cool. Now that's
Was
something I
taking-
didn't know. I didn't know she
Yeah.
sewed her money in Germany.
Yeah. Yeah. So the sewing machine was her 18th birthday gift, I believe.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so I have that.
That's cool.
Mom asked me a few years ago if I wanted it. I couldn't figure out how to make Grandma Jessie's work at all. I had taken it in like 3 times and still didn't work properly. And so, so I was literally told Mom, I'm like, I need a new sewing machine, or I need a sewing machine because, like, let's be honest, the one that I had just didn't work. And I'm like,
Right.
but I don't want to spend a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, Mom, just point me to a cheap sewing machine that will, hem a pant or whatever, like do a straight stitch, whatever.
Right,
And
right.
she's like, oh, well, would you like this one? It's also the one that she she sewed every prom dress for me. She sewed every homecoming dress, every dance I had a
So it's
custom
probably the
bikini
one
did.
she sewed all my dance dresses too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
She did
That's
not
really cool.
she did not get a new sewing machine
Until you
until
were getting
she
married the first time.
yeah, so
Yeah.
she made my first wedding dress, and that was too much for that little 1973
Yeah.
model
Yeah,
sewing
because it
machine.
was freaking stunning.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she did teach me to sew.
That's neat.
It started with cutting patterns with her. So
I do know how to
I
do
know
that.
how,
You did teach me that.
yeah. Yeah.
I had the
I was
patience for
pretty
that.
sure that I was pretty sure that you had to learn how to do that, right?
Yeah. I know how to do that. I know how to do a basic hand stitch. I know, like, all the hand stitching things I know how to do. I know how to do. I just sell it and the piece of hair. Like, no. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bogart your story.
No, it's okay. Yeah. And then it just started with a scrap of fabric, and I made a little dress for my pink teddy bear, which I still have, my little pink music box teddy bear that still has the scrap of, remember those
I love
Easter
that you have
dresses
your
that were
music box
blue?
teddy bear. I don't.
Oh.
That threw mine away.
Oh. We'll unpack that in the dad
Yeah,
episode.
let's unpack that in the dad episode.
Along with Glory. So stay
God.
tuned.
Oh my God, Dad's gonna be like, "Don't make that episode." No, I'm gonna say nice things about Dad too in the Dad episode.
We will.
Those are the two things Dad was wrong about, and then we won't talk about
Yeah.
anything else Dad was wrong about. We'll talk about because they're pretty freaking traumatic.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
anyways, yeah. So, yep. So I still have my little pink bear wearing the blue and pink flowered dress that was from scraps from our Easter dresses. That
Oh, cool.
I think it was like royal blue. Yeah. The next time you're over,
I think I've seen it.
The next time you're over after we get our shit back from the pack out people, then yeah.
Cool.
I'll show you the very first thing that I ever made. And then she taught me, and then so that was earlier in life, and then and that one we did without a pattern. Like that was a simple, like, hey, just take this piece of fabric, fold it over, do 2 straight stitches up the side, and then of course iron every single seam.
Oh yeah.
Every seam. Iron it before you do it, sew it, iron it after you do it. And then so then it was, I think it was definitely junior high. And Esprit was big. Esprit was all over the place. I wanted Esprit clothes. And so we went to the fabric store, and Esprit had patterns.
Oh.
So
wow.
So yeah, so we bought the Esprit patterns, and then of course, I've got like my Teen Beat or whatever magazine with me. And so we found fabric that was like in the similar colors and patterns and such. And then she made me make my own outfit for, I
Wow.
think it was for picture day, maybe.
That's cool.
And it was not easy because it was like a netted shirt. So that's
Oh,
not easy
okay.
to sew.
No.
Like a
No.
netted shirt is not easy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was a netted shirt, and then I had like a button up shirt underneath it, and then a skirt. I don't remember exactly how. So anyway, that was the first outfit. I don't know that I ever I feel like when units were big,
Yes. You did units. There was a whole thing. I remember.
yeah, I think mom and I made myself a couple of units outfits. Unit-esque.
Yep, I remember that.
Sorry. If I'm like copyright infringing, then I give
Yeah.
full proper credit to Esprit and units.
Yep.
I am in no way saying that I created Esprit and units. So there you go. So yeah, I think that's it. That's about it. That's about it. But
All
yeah.
right. So
And
along
for
the same
those,
lines,
yeah.
so I just had a conversation the other day. We were out at dinner, and Frank and Philly were talking about scissors, and they were like, "Yeah," and then you could do the scissors because Frank's dad was a seamster,
Oh,
and
okay.
and like a very good, like on par with mom, like very very
Okay.
good. And Frank was like, "Yeah," or you could like you could steal your parents' sewing scissors and like make that like little jagged pattern on paper and whatever. And I said, "Oh, pinking shears." And they both were like, "What?" And I'm like, "They're called pinking shears." And they're like, "Where did you find that term?" I'm like, "That's what they're called." And Frank was like, "That's a stupid name. Like, where would they be called that?" I'm like, "I don't know why they're called that. I just know that that's what they're called." And so
I bet mom knows because she read it in
yeah.
a Harlequin.
And he didn't look it up, but he looked it up. He was like, and he goes, "How the hell did you know that?" And I'm like,
You
"My
read it
mom's
in
a
a
seamstress.
Harlequin.
Like my mom's a seamstress. Like I would get in trouble for using her pinking shears to do because Philly said, 'Oh, they're scrapbooking scissors,' and I said, 'No, they're now. That's what they're called now. But when we were kids, they didn't have scrapbooking scissors. They were called pinking shears, and you got in trouble if you cut paper with them."
You got your ass beat.
It was so funny because he was like, "How did you know that?" And I'm like, "My mom's a seamstress. Like, of course I knew they were called pinking shears."
How
And
do
he's
you
like,
not know that?
"What are they for?" And I'm like, "They're for fabric that frays easily, and you cut them, and it cuts them at a jagged line, so they fray." And he was like, "Boop, boop, 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 boop." "No, you're right. That's what." I'm like, "I know I'm right. Like my mom taught me." Like, so I guess there were quite a few things, especially sewing wise, that Katie was right about.
Yeah.
I guess that's the
And
lesson we've learned.
yeah, don't ever take the sewing scissors to
Oh, no.
paper ever.
Ever.
They are for fabric only.
Ever.
Fabric only. Those pinking
Fabric
shears
only.
never touched
Fear
paper.
of God. Fear of God.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a sore ass.
And for us. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Of all things
There you go.
sewing, Katie Cunningham was 100% right. 100%.
1,000%.
Of other things too, but I think that is what we have learned from this story. This very long, already story that Katie Cunningham was 100% right when it came to sewing.
100%. 1,000%.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
So.
Good
talk.
Good talk.
Good talk. All right. It is time for Sister Showdown. This week's completely unnecessary and occasionally unhinged argument. We don't get to pick our sides. We just have to defend it. Okay.
All right. I'm pro, you're con. That is what ChatGPT says.
Okay.
so
Well, I feel like that's so backwards, but okay. So,
all right. So here's the subject. Adults should never wear pajamas in public. So should I go first? Pro.
yes, go first,
Okay.
pro.
And I think you're right. This is very opposite. So fuck you, chat GPT, just right off the bat. Um, so but okay. So why adults should be able to wear pajamas in public? First of all, I think, I think post COVID things are a little more like, who cares? And I think that people have realized that, especially like I work from home, you work from home, like I work from home in a t-shirt and pants or pajamas sometimes. Like I don't really care what I'm wearing. Um, my client thinks I'm very professional and doesn't care what I'm wearing. Like the content that's in my head is more important than the content than how I present. Um, and so I think that at least from a virtual perspective, definitely I don't have to be as presentable professionally or professionally presentable, I guess is the word to say, than normal. And I think that that definitely bleeds into your normal life. I think if you're going out with friends, pajamas maybe not okay unless there's a theme. But going to the grocery store, running to pick something up, um, running, anything that you're not gonna do, where you have to be in a professional setting. And I realize I'm not trying to say grocery professionals are not professional, but if you're just running out, you're getting something, or you're going to Walmart, you're getting something, or you're going to Target or whatever. I think that's okay. Um, but I think know your audience and know the situation. But in certain situations, especially since COVID, it's okay. Yeah. And yes, that was a little painful for me. Your turn.
Also, it's hilarious because you turned away from the microphone as you were saying. So it
Oh,
came out like
in public, it's okay. Sometimes. Anyway,
oh,
yeah.
that's hilarious. Okay. Well, when I was in Mary Kay, when I was a Mary Kay consultant, and I'm gonna totally butcher the quote, but the sentiment was basically like Mary Kay would never leave the house without her makeup perfectly on, her hair
No.
perfectly
She was
done.
Deb, right? She
She
was Debbie.
was.
Yeah.
She was. And she would, and it was, she wasn't though. Like she sold, I think she sold vacuum cleaners before that. Like before
Okay.
she started her company, like she retired from sales and she built the company because she could only reach this level in the sales and all the men could take the ones above. And so she wanted to create a company that didn't happen. So anyway, man,
Anyway, moving on.
anyways, she would not leave the house because she said something to the effect of like, you are constantly a representation of yourself and your future self. And you never know who you're going to run into when you walk out that door. So you need to be ready to run into the president, the queen, your next best client. Like you need to always be ready for what's next. I will take that as my argument. There we go.
So I feel like, in my opinion, you win this argument because I'm always like my philosophy was, I read a book once and it was in the prologue of the book. and it was all about fashion. And in the prologue, it said, "An occasion to dress is an occasion to overdress." And that is my motto. It's been my motto because, and especially in my life and like things that Frank has going on, like we get invited to galas, we get invited, like, as a matter of fact, last night, like we were going out, he was like, "I'm picking you up at 7:30 and we're going out for drinks and we're going to this little cocktail bar that you've been to a million times." So I wore a t-shirt and pants, like I wasn't dressed up or anything. And then we got a call on the way there and they were like, "Oh, you're going to be right down the road from this party for politicians." It's like a victory party for the guy who won a mayoral race, and they're like, "You're gonna be right down the road. Why don't you stop by?" And so he's like, "Okay, I'll stop by." He was ready for work, picked me up on his way home from work, and I'm in a t-shirt and jeans, right? And I'm like, and flip flops, and I'm like, I can't go in there. And was my t-shirt was, "My sister and I talk shit about you." So I can't go into this political thing where there's a sitting senator that just arrived that they were like, "Oh, Greg Stanton just came. You've got to go. You know, you should go say hi," right? I can't do that. And there's a sitting freaking United States senator there that just arrived and is going to want to take pictures with us, right? Because that's the way it is. There's always this photo op. I'm like, I can't do that. So, you know, I did not go with my philosophy yesterday, and it bit me in the butt. I had to sit in the car for 20 minutes while Frank made his appearance at this political event, and I was sitting there with my sarcastic shirt because I thought we were just going to go get drinks, right? So,
Well, I don't have that life, so I think you win because I don't have that life. So,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, like, I literally was like, "Ooh, I should probably put on some makeup because I didn't. I just washed my face this morning. I didn't do anything else. I did my skincare. I didn't do any makeup." And I was like, there's going to be, this lighting is horrid and I need to fix that for next episode. But, so I was like, ooh, because the lighting's going to be, I'm going to be washed out anyway, but like, we don't need to see the bags under my eyes. So, yeah. Anyways.
Anyway.
So I did that like 20 minutes before we started, but I feel I vote you and you vote me. So
there you go.
Winning. I think we're winning.
Go. I guess our 6 listeners, maybe 7, can decide who wins that argument.
I would love to see it in the comments. Let us know who won.
Please let us know who you think wins. All right. So now it's time for Am I Crazy or Is This Normal? Where one sister has a question and the other sister has opinion. So today I'm the sister who has a question.
Okay.
So I have to describe this. Okay, so when you're folding a piece of paper, so an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, right?
Okay.
When you're folding it in half. So picture folding a piece of paper, and you can either fold it this way or you can fold it this way. Right?
Yeah.
So it's either I go from tall to short or I go from wide to thin. Right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. So, living with Frank while you're staying at my house and he's doing laundry, he folds towels, anything that's like that. He folds it this way. So he takes the long and makes it not as wide, and then folds the rest. And I think that's fucking insane.
Insane.
Like, who folds like I'm like, okay, now, devil's advocate, he has a longer wingspan than me, right? So he can, but like I literally so I was refolding because they got kind of screwed up the tablecloths today in his house. And he has this big tablecloth. So he's got a table that fits like 12 people. So it's a very large, like, 70-something inch tablecloth. And it was folded lengthwise and then widthwise. And I'm like, how do you even have the wingspan for that? Like you don't
Yeah.
have go-go gadget arms. How
No.
can you fold like that? And he does that with towels. Like he folds towels, like he must hold them to the floor, like up, and
Yeah.
he folds them widthwise
No.
and then lengthwise. So he folds them once and like me, I fold them like I take the long and make it shorter and then
Yep.
make it shorter again
Make it
and then
shorter
fold it
again.
in
And
half.
then, right.
He folds the tall and make
No.
it widthwise and then over and over. And I'm like, how, I don't even know. Like, I need to
No.
watch him. I need to say, the next time you fold towels, I need to watch this because I don't understand how a human being does that. How that makes your brain. And I don't know if I'm crazy or what, but I don't know how that. And maybe it's not such a good thing to ask you because you were raised by the same people, and that's how Dad folded towels. But it's just weird to me that he takes the paper and folds it thinner, but the same length. Like that's
No.
how he does it. So it's like
That's
11, it's
crazy.
like 11 and a half by 4.
By 4 and a quarter.
Oh, it's 8.5. Oh, 8.5 by 11. So it's like 11 by four
By
and a
four
quarter.
and a quarter.
Right.
No.
And then what, 5.5. And
Yeah.
then half of that. Like,
Um, he's
it's
crazy.
crazy. He's crazy,
He's
right?
crazy. Yes. And
So I'm
and
not crazy.
the
He's crazy.
so here's the paper. This way
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of Mr. Richard's chemistry class. Every time we had a pop quiz, we had to, and our
Oh,
homework
yes.
had to be
Yes,
folded
we
like
had to
that.
do that. Yes, we had to do that for everything. So we could stay
And
paper.
I,
So we had the answers on one side and the other. So we could literally do
yes,
4 pop quizzes on one piece of paper.
yes,
Oh my God, yes. God bless Mr. Richard and his recycling. He was like a pioneer in not being wasteful.
but we also had to do that with our homework too.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Oh yeah.
and we didn't recycle that. We didn't
But it
recycle
was,
that,
but it was 4
but it was
different
always
homeworks
folded. It was
in
no,
one piece of
it was
paper.
always just one homework,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
I don't know why,
Well,
but
okay.
that's how he had
So
to have
maybe
it.
a little bit some OCD came into that.
Oh, 100% OCD came
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank you, Mr. Richard, for educating
Right?
us. But you're crazy.
Yep.
The end. You're crazy.
The end. The
The
end.
end. The end.
Okay. So
And scene.
I'm not crazy. That is not
No,
normal. Okay. So this is like this
that
segment
is,
is am I crazy or is this normal? This is not normal
it
and
is
I'm
not
not
normal.
crazy. Yeah. Frank is
No.
nuts and he does not fold things properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
Frankie. Love you.
well, you know what?
Immediately no.
Well, that's right. It's time for Immediately No, where patience runs out and opinions come out.
Okay, so I have a rant today.
Okay.
So I have to set this up because I tell stories. I'm a storyteller, so that's the way it goes. So I was recently on a work trip, and when we go to on work trips, obviously the majority of at least my team is traveling, and so we have to order food in for lunch, right? Like, so we either get breakfast or we skip breakfast, and then we're at the client site, and we're at the client site, 8 to like 5. So we got to do lunch on site. And normally, there's a designated person that does the lunch orders, but for various reasons, the lunch orders have kind of been split between the teams. And so the other day I was like, okay, well, it's less Krista heavy on this trip. So there's a couple days where I can do the lunch order and I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to absorb that responsibility and I'm going to do it. So the first time, great. Everybody was like, great choice. Your lunch choice is great. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So then the last day I was like, oh, well, I've got a little time this morning and I'm going to find a lunch place. And it happened to be a day like So we travel out and we travel out on Monday and then we have Tuesday, Wednesdays, like full days of work. And then Thursday, usually a lot of us are traveling home. So I was like, okay, so we need for lunch, if people are traveling home late in the day, we need something a little more substantial for lunch. Usually it'd be something healthy for lunch. But a lot of people are traveling through dinner. So I'm trying to think of like, what what can we get that's a little more substantial, still healthy, but like has both options. So people can just eat. Do they want something that's like, comfort food and gives them like a lot of, a base in their stomach while they travel, or do they want something healthy and then they figure it out later? And so I found this place and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are such great options, right? Like, oh my gosh. So they had like, you know, um, chicken options and steak options and like rice, but you could substitute cauliflower rice and it like looked really great. Like it was like super veggie centric and super like protein centric, but also like, you could get rice, you could get bread, you could get these things. And so I was like, this sounds great. So I sent out the link to everybody and I'm like, hey, here's the lunch link. Let me know let me know when you're done and I will submit the order. So submit the order. And the order comes and everything is cold. Because this is not a restaurant. This is a meal prep business that offers service on freaking Uber Eats. And I'm like, so I'm sitting here and I'm like eating my food and I'm like, this is cold. And so thankfully I was able to go, I think we need to eat. And thankfully, thank God, it was the last day. So if we were there, because it would have been like a nightmare because, we're in the climate state. There's not a lot of micro, right? Like, so I'm like, I think we need, and we have I literally have to run a call starting in like 3 minutes when the food comes. And I'm like, I think that we need microwave things. And so my immediately no if you are going to offer that kind of service on a meal delivery service, you should have all kinds of caveats. You should have all kinds of like, there should be a warning that comes up, like
Yep.
DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats needs to give you some kind of warning that this is not food that you can just eat as soon as it arrives. Like,
There's
this is
preparation
food, like,
involved.
this is a food service. Like, I needed a freaking, and there was nothing. I went back and looked later. I'm like, what did I miss? No, there was nothing that said this was not a regular kitchen, that this would all arrive cold with microwavable instructions. Like, immediately know that's not okay. Like, it is not okay to have on a food, like when you go on a DoorDash, Uber Eats, any of those, you are not thinking food delivery service. So
Right.
like, I'm all for you expanding your customer base and getting business elsewhere, but there needs to be fucking warnings that say, hey, if you're traveling and you're in an office and you need microwaves to heat all this up for 10 people, don't go here.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing, there was no warning or anything. But that is my immediately no.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. There should have been something to let you know that this was
right?
not a restaurant. This was a meal prep thing that you would then have to take some steps after you got it in order to
do you realize these are going to become cold and you need to heat them when you get them? Anything. And don't get me wrong, the food was great. It was a really nice place. Like, if I lived in that area, I would probably use that for my meal prep. Like, the meals were delicious, but we didn't have time or available microwaves to go and heat all that crap up.
Right.
While we're trying to get shit done and get to the airport. It was just, and I was so embarrassed. Like, and they were, everybody was lovely about it, but I was like, I was like, oh, I've been hitting home runs with food all this time on this whole project, and now I just got screwed by this meal delivery and people were excited about it. They're like, "This is a really good place you chose. I don't know how you found it. I've never heard of it before." And like I said, the food was good, but it was all cold. We had to go heat it up,
Right.
and that's very different than what you're expecting.
Of course.
So that is my immediately no.
Okay.
All right,
I'm in complete agreement with you.
immediately
And,
no.
and
Not
now,
okay.
now I'm done talking.
I'm done talking too. So
Okay.
have a good night.
Adios.
Adios.